Today is another day of Townie makeovers. I'm sorry I haven't been posting Blender tutorials. It's just that I don't know what else to show. I've taught you everything I know. Today I chose the Roswell family, and yes, I have another short story for you. Ted and Meredith Roswell had spent their whole lives in Strangerville. The dusty desert town was their home, and despite its quirks, the occasional military patrols, the odd lab on the outskirts, it was where they thought they would always stay. But things began to change. Whispers spread of a strange affliction, a sickness unlike anything they'd ever seen. People became disoriented, their minds lost in frenzied trances. Strangely, it wasn't contagious by touch or air. Instead, people had to consume a strange, luminous fruit to be affected. The day Meredith came into contact with that fruit was seared into Ted's mind. She'd been newly pregnant then, and they'd celebrated the news quietly, dreaming of a future for their child far from Strangerville's growing chaos. But that hope vanished the day Meredith walked home with vacant eyes and a shiver-inducing smile that seemed too wide. She didn't remember how it happened. Someone, she said, told her to eat the fruit, a mysterious figure she couldn't quite place in her memory, as if it had been more a voice than a face. Mere hours after consuming it, Meredith lost the baby. Ted stayed by her side, watching over her with a fierce protectiveness as the illness began its quiet grip on her. At first it was subtle. Sometimes she'd wake up disoriented, muttering in a voice that was her own but felt foreign. There were days she'd stare at that blasted fruit with a strange longing before catching herself, horrified, and quickly throwing it away. It was when she began showing the more serious signs, the blank stares, the murmurs of strange words, the quiet, vacant smiles, that Ted made a decision. They had to leave. He could not bear to lose her to whatever had infected Strangerville. Packing what few belongings they could, Ted and Meredith left under the cover of night, heading far away to Chestnut Ridge, hoping to start over and escape the lingering darkness of Strangerville. Chestnut Ridge was a far cry from their desert town, a peaceful place with rolling hills, friendly neighbors, and none of the stifling air of secrets that seemed to hang over Strangerville. For a time, life improved. Meredith seemed to be herself more often, and they settled into a modest home, tending to a small garden. But Ted knew better than to let his guard down. Every so often, he'd catch a flicker in her eyes, a moment where she'd go unnaturally still, lost in some unknown thought. He'd gently touch her shoulder, and she'd return to herself, but with that look of haunted apology, as if she were afraid of what lay just beneath her mind's surface. Determined to save her, Ted dedicated his days to research, tracking down anyone who might know of a cure. Rumors of rare herbs, forgotten remedies, and mystical practices found their way to him, but they were elusive and so far fruitless. Still, he would not give up. And while Meredith's strange spells remained a mystery, Chestnut Ridge's calm air felt like a small shield between them and whatever malevolent presence lurked in Strangerville. Together, they held onto a fragile hope that one day they'd find a way to free Meredith from the invisible grip of that cursed fruit and finally build the life they had once dreamed of, safe and whole, away from the shadows of Strangerville. That's all. Thanks for watching. Please press like on the video, also subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video. Bye!